Hello and welcome to ESC Plus on YouTube, and in this video we are reacting to the semi-final one results from Tuesday night, and what a semi-final it was. I honestly think it has gone down as probably the best semi-final since the format was introduced to Eurovision back in the mid-2000s, and there was just so many songs that were so good to make the final, but only 10 out of the 19 were going to get given the ticket for the grand final on Saturday. And throughout the show, it just felt like one good song after another, and you just kept questioning, and I kept having to change my thoughts on my top 10. It's just like I might have to swap one country for another. But no, it was a fantastic first semi-final. We've got the results, and the winners were Austria, Estonia, Cyprus, Lithuania, Israel, Czech Republic, Bulgaria, Albania, Finland, and Ireland. And, you know, there may be one or two surprises from that selection, but as I said, these songs are very, very good. I must admit, my surprises, because I didn't put them in my top 10, were Austria. I personally wasn't a fan of the staging. I was quite bored of the staging because he obviously is on a big step that goes up and down on the stage during his performance, and it didn't thrill me that much in the arena. I don't know what it was like back at home on the TV feed. Maybe it looked better for the televoters, but I just wasn't a fan of that. But the song is good. The staging for me just wasn't enough. But yeah, Austria went for it, and I think he was the first one to be announced as well, so I was really surprised by that. Straight away thinking this could be the first of many surprises in this voting sequence, because you just never know who isn't going to make it or not. Then there's Estonia. As I said in the predictions, there was no doubt in my mind. And to be honest, I wasn't sure about her in the jury show, but when I watched her in the semi-final, I thought she was even better from Monday night. And honestly, she could still win Eurovision. I think there's definitely a big crowd behind her. The arena erupted when she did her song. It was beautiful to listen to. As I said, it's different. It's not my cup of tea in terms of the song that I would vote for, but who knows? It could be a dark horse for Saturday. Cyprus. Now, I said in my predictions that it was going to win semi-final one, and I'm sticking with it. I thought Cyprus was the best on the night. It was last in the running order. People will remember it, and the crowd. I think they got the biggest reception. Cyprus. I'll mention who else in a minute got the same reception. Probably you probably know who it is, but I'll mention them in a minute. But Cyprus was just awesome. I thought Eleni did a great job out there, and she is still the current odds favourite to win the contest. So everything's going well for her. She just has to wait until Saturday and nail it again in front of 200-odd million people that will be watching all over the world. Next up is Lithuania. I'm absolutely thrilled for Eva. I actually bumped into Eva last night. She told me to meet up with her after the show. I did. She gave me a lovely gift, actually. I haven't actually opened it. I think it's her album. I'm not sure. But it was great to see her. I congratulated her and was absolutely thrilled she made the final. And she's been good to us on ESC Plus since we've interviewed her a couple of times in the events building up to Eurovision, especially last week when we interviewed Eva at the hotel. And I didn't predict Lithuania was going to go through. So Eva, if you are watching, my apologies for not having you in my top 10. But no, I've said it before, the song is beautiful and the staging is beautiful. I just thought that there's going to be other songs that would be voted instead. But no, Lithuania, you proved me wrong, Eva, and you are in the grand final. So my apologies again. Next up is Israel. Now this is Netta with Toy. Now I honestly think Netta probably got the same reception than Cyprus. Maybe Cyprus was just a little bit louder in the arena after her song, but you couldn't really make a difference between the two. I think Israel definitely finished second in the semi-final, but she's third favourite now behind Norway, as that changed last night during the semi-final. So it's starting to think her chances are getting a bit slimmer, but I wouldn't doubt her. Next up, we have Czech Republic, Mikuláš Josef. I saw him last night as well after the show, and he was thrilled. Of course, he announced that it was a mirror in his backpack. I think he did it on Instagram. I didn't see where it was, but he did announce the winner in his comments under the photo, and someone said it was a mirror, and they got it spot on. Now, he actually told me last night that he mentioned something in our interview on ESC Plus last Friday about mentioning a mirror, and he said he nearly had to talk to his delegation and tell us to not put up the interview or just edit that bit out, and I didn't realise it at all, and now I do realise after rewatching the interview this morning. But yeah, luckily I didn't. Hopefully we didn't give it away on ESC Plus. Either way, it was still published. Then we have Bulgaria with Equinox, and I think this is a great song. I think it had to make the final. It is a song that gets you going. It's definitely started the party a little bit, because there were one or two songs that didn't make the final that I personally wasn't a favourite of anyway. But it was good to see Bulgaria come in midway through the show and just get yourself going again in the arena. Albania made it. I must admit, I didn't expect Albania to make it. It's a great voice. He's got a great voice for Albania, so I think that's what won him the place into the final. Then we have Finland of Sarah Alter. Now, there was moments in the selection of the voting where Finland there's only 2 places left to be picked from, and I had this hunch that she might not get it. I'm so glad she made it. It's a great song, and it's the lyrics as well. You remember it. I mean, I've been to quite a few clubs this week in and around Lisbon, and that song has been one of the most played, along with Israel and Cyprus at least. So I think Finland not making the final, I think not just for her, for the fans as well, they would have been very gutted not to have had her in the final, because I think she's a definite top 10. Then last but not least, Ireland. I am absolutely ecstatic for them. I actually predicted Ireland to win a place to the final. I nearly said win the semi-final then. I don't think they won the semi-final. I think we all know who won that. But it was great for Ryan O'Shaughnessy. This is a song that was criticised by quite a lot of people in the last few months, especially some members from Russia. I don't know who they are. I'm not going to name them, but they weren't happy with the 2 guys dancing together on the street in the music video as they did on the stage. And I thought it was a beautiful moment. I thought, if we're going to silence these critics like Ryan O'Shaughnessy wanted to, it was to make the grand final. And when they got that last place, Ireland fans all over the arena were absolutely ecstatic for him, because they haven't made a final in 5 years. And I'm just glad I got the prediction right, because in the last few years, Ireland have just not had the song that would make a final, especially Nicky Byrne with Sunlight 2 years ago, which, even though he was once a band member of a very popular British group, it still didn't get him that final place. So really, it was about the song for Ryan O'Shaughnessy last night. So those are the 10 countries that qualified. Looking back at my predictions, it looks as though I had got 7 out of 10, which, I'll take. I said Cyprus was the win. I still stick to that. I reckon she has. We don't find out until Saturday, though. I said Israel, Czech Republic, Estonia, Finland. Greece didn't make it. I was really surprised Greece didn't make it. If I had to swap one country for another, from the qualifiers to the ones that didn't make it, I would swap Albania, for Greece. I really liked Greece's song. I thought it was enough. Amazingly, it wasn't. Croatia didn't make it. I wasn't a fan of the song anyway, so I wasn't really. Let's just say I didn't expect it to make the final, but I think maybe a few others did. And then just looking at the rest, Macedonia didn't make it. They were in my predictions. And I think, actually, Finland, Greece, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Belgium. Oh, and sorry, Belgium. I thought I got 8 out of 10 then. Belgium didn't make the final. I said it. I thought she was going to go through because of the song. I did forget the song during the show, though, because there was just so many better ones afterwards. And I actually saw Senik walk past last night out the arena, and she was crying. She had hugs from members of the delegation. The fans did cheer. We all cheered for her. She's not alone in this. We all wanted to give her the support we wanted to show. Sadly, as I said, there were so many good songs that one or two of them had to not make the final. That's how tight it was, and I think that semi-final was the best we've ever had. So close, really good show. And yes, good luck to those 10 acts that have made the final for Saturday. Remember to subscribe to ESC Plus for more of our reactions. And of course, check out our fans' reaction from last night's show. Goodbye.